Nahihirapan ka pa rin bang gumamit ng time frames or simply hindi ka pa rin marunong mag-multi-time frame analysis? Well, if you want to learn, please watch the rest of the video. What is good mga champion, and welcome back to another video. So for today's video guys, I'll give emphasis on how we can utilize our time frames. Time frames is hindi ginagamit yan para piliin kung anong gusto mong time frames. Time frames are crucial para maintindihan mo, at the same time magamit mo yun to your advantage to refine and improve your risk to reward ratio. Take note, every time we do a trade, our goal is to have a low risk, high reward approach. Hence, we are practicing or implementing yung ating top-down analysis. I will be using our basic TFP warrior system. So again, papakita natin dito na you don't have to necessarily do advanced stuff agad in order to decently make money sa trading. This is basics for the critics. Nga pala, if you want to be part of our growing TFP VIP Champions community, you may want to check out our 90-day Forex one-on-one mentorship program. As I've said, I do have two options. So, option 1 is our one-on-one Forex mentorship via Zoom. So, for option 2, if you have difficulties or any conflict with regards to schedule, you can still learn at your own pace through our masterclass recorded lessons. So again, there's no excuse, everyone can learn the TFP champion system. So thank you so much to all my TFP VIP champion students all over the globe, subscribers, followers, and sa lahat ng sumusuporta. So without further ado, let's get straight to our charts. Alright mga champion, so again, paano ba natin may utilize yung ating time frames to our advantage using top-down analysis? Okay, so at the end of the day, we always want to have a low-risk, high-reward approach. Hence, kailangan ma-improve natin yung ating risk-to-reward ratio. Okay, so kung makikita natin, from this past trade, let me just walk you through ano nangyari dito. So, again, most people see market structure as just a simple trend. But again, there are other information underneath those kind of concepts when it comes to market structure. So, first thing we should do, as per our TFP water system, which I will be using for today, is so kailangan meron tayong confirmations when it comes to confluences. Okay? So again, applying our TFP water system, we have to first check yung ating market structure as a whole. So I am currently on a daily time frame. So that means I am seeing the whole picture on a daily perspective, okay, as a swing. So ngayon kung makikita natin, most people will see this currently based on the recent structure as a bearish move. Okay, kasi there are series of impulsive move yung market pagdating dito sa mga bearish candles. But given that, we must check if that is only a part ng mas malaki pang structure. So that is why we have to zoom out yung ating chart para makita mo where we at the proper key levels ng ating structure. So it is safe to say na yung ating current structure ngayon, right? So makikita natin dito that market is moving on a consolidation phase provided they are somewhat bouncing on some equal highs and lows. Okay? So ngayon, hindi natin pwedeng sabihin that the nature ng market is really bullish. Okay? Kasi if I were to put our key level of support and resistance, makikita natin na from this point of view, okay, meron tayo ditong logical support. Given yan. Okay? So if you would only think na ang market is a bull run, okay, or just a bull market, dahil meron tayong high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, this and that, you must think and check dun sa ating kalawang structure whether yung ginagalawan ba natin is on a certain key level na significant sa opposing momentum. Okay? So, that means na yung ginagalawan nating structure is hindi lang siya bullish, but rather, is now currently reacting dun sa ating prior structure. on dun sa last swing point. So, ibig sabihin, meron tayo ditong resistance. Okay? So, again, I'm just using a specific line, but take note, in my mind, market or the price moves on a certain range. Kaya, if I were to put into perspective yung proper plotting ng ating support and resistance, I'll be making a certain zone. Okay? So, meron tayong highs and lows. What do I mean by highs and lows? Those are points na common sa lahat. Right? So, that would simply put me to a level of a resistance as a zone, not as a specific line. Para alam ko na whenever the market touches at this area or zone, that would mean that I am on a selling opportunity, right? So, meron tayong selling zone. And obviously, pagdating sa support, meron tayo dito. Okay. Right. So, if you want to learn how to properly plot or paano gumawa ng specific support and resistance zone, please watch my past videos regarding support and resistance key levels, right? So again, sasabihin ng iba, sir, ang layo naman ng support mo. Okay? Again, this is on a bigger scale perspective. That's why we have to consider that. But again, as we utilize our time frames, mas marirefine na natin saan ba yung mga significant level or key levels natin to a different time frame. Okay? So ngayon, aware tayo na may bull run recently and it was reacting to an equal high, okay, from the past historical data. So kasi nga, market moves in a consolidation phase or ranging market. So ngayon, paano tayo hahanap ng opportunity based dito sa structure na yan? So dito na matter, magtatanong ka na, nasan ngayon yung current price? Nasan ba ako ngayon? Okay? Do I have any significant level of support and resistance nearby sa aking current structure? So, again, isang way din na ginagawa ko is to use yung previous daily highs and lows ng candle. So, since I'm on daily time frame, titignan ko yung yesterday's or past candle na highs and lows kasi that would matter para when we refine sa ating lower time frame, magiging significant siya through acting as a support or a resistance. So, again, given that, meron tayo ditong can use this previous high ng ating daily candle. Okay, so ito yung level of highs and lows. Okay, previous daily high and previous daily low. Okay, so natin. Okay, so this would be significant as I refine or go to a much lower time frame. Okay, so lagyan lang natin ng label para previous daily high. So again, yung high, I always consider yung wick kasi that is the price point wherein the market reached but it didn't settle to sa price level na yun. So, ibig sabihin, dinaanan yon but hindi lang siya nag-settle. Ang settlement ng price is always referred dun sa ating body as, dun na lang, related dun sa ating past lessons. Okay? Meron tayo dito bilang na names. Is daily high, daily low. Okay? So, most people, they try to make things complicated when it comes to key leveling. Okay? So, take note na key levels may not be always based on sa perspective mo lang. You have to use specific points para malaman mo yung ginagalawan mo in terms of the area. Okay? So, previous daily low. So, why is it important na alam ko yung previous daily high low? Kasi, yun yung level kung saan whether the market will serve its dominance, di ba? Kung talagang bearish ba siya or bullish. So, kung makita natin, no, if we're going to read yung price action, yung candle na to broke through itong previous daily low, okay? So, many people think there's a breakout. Okay, yun yung agad impression nila. Pag nagkaroon ng settlement yung price below nung certain key level, okay, in this case, previous daily low, meaning bearish na. But, kung marunong kayo magbasa ng formation ng candlestick, makikita nyo na Although, nag-close tayo below nung ano, nung area na yan. Close tayo below nung previous daily low. Okay? Market reached to a certain lowest point nung area na yan. Okay? But, ang settlement na actually, nagkaroon siya ng recovery from this lowest point up until here. Okay? So, that means na market somewhat recovered. So, meaning, there's still a presence na ng buyers. Yun yung titignan natin sa lower time frame. Kasi bakit? Hindi naman ako pwedeng mag-enter agad dito sa daily. Okay? What will matter is, alam ko yung structure ng daily candle at anong sinasabi sa akin sa structure dun sa lower time frame. So, kahit hindi pa ako bumababa sa lower time frame, I already have the idea na market recovered from this lowest point, okay, then tumaas siya. Okay, so which means there's somewhat a momentum or a presence ng buyers. So again, this is now how we refine time frames and utilize yung ating time frames. So bababa ako ngayon ng lower time frame. Okay? So every step of the way, I'll be utilizing in different styles. So currently, I am on a swing perspective. So ibig sabihin, magmamatter talaga itong daily structure. Okay? Given that, I can use other confluences levels as well. So I may be using ating trend line, okay, support. Kasi meron tayo anchor points na pwede natin gamitin. Right? So, quite obvious na at least you only need 2 points to connect trend line, di ba? So, meron tayong 1, 2, 3. Actually, this is a third touch ng ating trend line. So, would that mean na buyer na ako? Or would that mean na pwede na ako mag-buy sa lower time frame? Again, dun nga magmamatter yung refinement na tinatawag. Okay? So, ngayon, bababa ako ngayon saan? Sa ating lower time frame. So, next lower time frame na significant is for day trading process, which is yung ating 4 hours. Okay? So, sa 4 hours, okay, take note, ito yung ating previous daily low and high. Okay? So, sa 4 hours, makita natin na bago nangyari tong bull run, meron tayong bearish candle as a recovery. Okay, so nag-react siya dito sa aking trendline support coming from the 2 points dun sa daily time frame. And then, ano mapapansin mo? Whenever you want to see a momentum going up, make sure na nabasag mo or na-overpower mo yung sellers. Okay, so which means yung ating last candle low was this one, di ba? Apparently, wala siyang weak. So, will that have a significance? Yes. Okay, this will indicate na I have broken through that momentum coming from this candle. Itong latest. Okay? So, ibig sabihin yan, itong candlestick na to is really significant kasi this is somewhat a means na ang market have managed to broke through momentum ng sellers through this time frame. Okay? Dito sa 4 hours. Kasi nga, again, if wala tong break candle na yan, you would think na this seller's momentum is still at its dominance. Kasi bakit? Yung settlement itong bullish candle na to is still within or sakop pa siya nitong bearish candle. Okay? So makita nyo, we are still inside. Sabihin, nagde-ranging lang yung market throughout that time. But provided na nagkaroon tayo ng breakthrough, ibig sabihin, nakalabas tong candlestick na to doon sa body ng last bearish candle, that would mean something. Ibig sabihin, market wants to go up. Okay? We're not saying we're already a buyer kasi kailangan masasatisfy pa rin natin yung rules natin. Okay? So, I'm just using this as a guide na okay, meron ng dominance ng buyers somewhat around this area. Pero, I am not able to buy yet kasi kailangan ko munang mag-confirm dun sa rules ng system, which is yung ating TFP war system as a buy. So, as a review, paano nga ba tayo mag-confirm if we are going to buy or if we're going to confirm as a buyer kung using yung ating TFP war system. So, confluence-wise, we must be above ng ating support horizontal level. We must be above trend line support and we must break through a certain counter trend line resistance, which is ito. Okay? Which means, our high probability trading zone or entry as well is around this area. So, kailangan nakapaibabaw ka dun sa level na yan. So, it may not be lahat yan, at least 2 confluence. It may be counter trend line or horizontal support, enough yun. Much better lang if tatlong levels yung nasa ibabaw yung price. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, we are dominating on level of horizontal and trend lines. Okay? Counter trend line, horizontal, and support trend lines. Okay? So, given that, going back dito sa ating chart, right? So, naalala niyo yung kaninang previous daily highs and lows, okay? This would be significant kasi if dadagdag ako ng confluence, so I can now use itong 4-hour time frame to connect my counter trend line resistance. So, malalaman ko yung level of restriction. Okay? Hanggang saan lang ako pwede for now. Which means, if I were to buy, logically, hindi ako pwedeng mag-buy ngayon. Kasi titignan nyo, based sa rules, I must be above horizontal and also counter trend line. Which means, ang aking HPT zone would probably be here if I were going to have a day trade. And also, kailangan I must be above din dito. Kasi, that would only satisfy my rule, di ba? So, above ako ng counter trend resistance and above ako horizontal support. So, which means, my buying area would be around these levels. Okay? So, definitely, yung area na to is on a low probability. So, wala ka sa HPT zones. Okay? Not unless you refine that through much lower time frame. So, again, that would mean a different story. Okay? So, again, pinaplot lang natin yung ating mga areas of opportunity. Again, there's no assurance, pero ang point dyan, our aim is to satisfy yung rule. Otherwise, market can go the opposite and may invalidate natin yung ating system rules as a buy. But doesn't mean na wala tayong opportunity. We can opt for a selling instead. So, ang selling opportunity natin, if ganon, is probably around here, di ba? So, bakit? Kung i-extend ko tong trend line na to, makikita nyo, that I would be on a selling, di ba, opportunity. Kasi I am now, will be below nitong trend line support, broken trend support, and I will be below ng trend line resistance. So, HPT wise, kung sell, around here. Okay? So, again, there are plenty of opportunities. We're just mapping out ahead of time para may idea ka na saan pwedeng pumunta yung price. Okay? So, rule is rule ka nga. So, tuwanan ko na lang to para meron tayong idea. Alright? So, given that, provided na sa 4-hour tayo, we have a lot of space here or here, which we can look for opportunity as well. So, ngayon kasi, wala pa tayong makita masyadong confirmation dito sa 4 hours. So, that is the reason I will now refine to a much lower time frame, such as 1 hour. Okay? So, kung makita nyo, no, based sa mga recommended time frames ko, I always use daily, 4 hour, 1. Yan yung parang mga key levels or time frame significant doon sa overall structure. Okay? So, we don't have to necessarily use all time frames. Okay? Kailangan nyo na makita ano yung relevance ng mga time frames. Okay? So, ngayon, nandito tayo sa 4 hour. I want to see more structure kasi ngayon parang medyo kulang pa. Okay? At the same time, wala akong gagawin ngayon sa 4 hour kasi it didn't satisfy any of my system rules. So, punta tayo ng H1. Okay? Sa H1, okay? Okay, sa H1, makita natin, let's check. Okay? Obviously, mas dadami yung candles kasi mas na-breakdown yung 4-hour candles into series of 1 hour. Okay? So, ngayon, anong gagawin natin? I will obviously look for confluences as well. So, again, kung makita nyo, meron na tayong pwedeng connect na dalawa pang points. So, as we can make trend lines. So, I can use this as an anchor point, para makagawa pa ako ng refinement for confirmation. So, gawin ko na lang, ninipisan ko para, yan, Hindi nakaka-confuse, alright? So, on an hour perspective, meron tayo ditong level of trend line resistance. So, ibig sabihin may friction pa rin. I cannot buy for now. Even though yung sinasabi ngayon sa overall structure, di ba? We are on a bull run. So, sabi nga, that doesn't necessarily mean na makakapag-buy ka agad. We have to look for our setup based sa rules. Okay? So, ngayon, ang goal natin, alala nyo na, kanina sa 4 hour, ito yung mga areas of HPT zones or high probability trading zones. Itong level na to. Okay? Ito yung sell, ito yung mga buy. Okay? Pero wala pa tayo doon. So which means I cannot trade blindly. Okay? So ngayon, nagkaroon tayo ng refinement sa mas mababang time frame. So that would give us an opportunity para mas mapaaga yung ating opportunity as a buy. Okay? Saan tayo kukuha ng HPT zone ngayon? Obviously, dito na, di ba? Kasi based sa rules, I can be above yung horizontal support and I must broke through this counter trend line resistance. Okay, so that would only mean, gawin ko lang yung kulay nito, na makakakuha rin naman ako ng opportunity as a buy. So, I have a lot of space na pwedeng igalaw pa kasi market can possibly move in this kind of cone, di ba? Or easily broke through this level and have another opportunity as a day trade. Okay? Otherwise, we're only speculating. Take note. Ang ginagawa natin is we let the market move and if that satisfies yung rules, then we can take the trade. Otherwise, we have to wait and be observant muna. Okay? So ngayon, ito yung mga 4-hour HPT para lang our kayo. HPT. Alright, so ito yung mga 4-hour buying opportunities natin. So ito yung 4H HPT zone. Okay. Trend. Ito naman sell zone. Okay. So huwag kayong ma-confuse sa mga lines ha. I'm just sell. Huwag kayong ma-confuse sa lines or sa mga trend lines kasi ilalagay ko lang yan para may reference tayo sa yung mga limitations or boundaries natin when it comes to buying or selling. Okay? So ngayon, nakikita nyo na that I'm mapping out every time frame HPT zone by H1. So ngayon, anong gagawin natin? Obviously, I have to wait. Okay? So, if selling naman, di ba? Siyempre dito. Guess nyo. We are plotting ahead of time the areas na significant based na rules. Okay, take note. Ginagawa ko to kasi this would satisfy and give me the idea based sa system rules ng TFP warrior system. Okay? So, I'm not saying na yung ginagawa kong analysis is inline dun sa technical analysis approach din ng iba. Kaya, again, pag nagkukumpara kayo ng setup or system, laging tatanungin, ano bang rules mo? Okay? Probably, sa rule ko, hindi pa ako pwede mag-trade. For some people, pwede na, based sa setup na yan. So, again, it's like comparing an apple to an orange. Kaya hindi nyo pwedeng ipagkumpara lahat ng ng sistema, di ba? So, some guru, pwede na dito. Sige, pasok ko na dyan. Again, it will depend dun sa rules nyo. Okay? So, kaya, comparison may not always be the answer. You have to test it by yourself and know ano nga ba yung sinasatisfy mo. Based sa approach nyo, of course. Okay? So, ngayon, all I can do for now is wait. Okay? So, kasi significant yung H1 and I cannot go down lower than H1 para mag-trade agad kasi H1 below time frames are meant for executions. Okay? Although H1 is meant for swing as an execution, but again, we're only looking for short-term opportunities in this case, diba? So, again, I'd rather wait than be wrong, ika nga. So, dito lalabas yung patience at discipline yun na 90% is always waiting and 10% lang naman talaga yung execution. Okay, so ngayon, anong gusto ko mangyari? Please, if mag-react siya dito at mag-settle siya, magpakita siya ng mga selling pressure candles, I can sell off up until here. Kasi ito yung mga limitations ko, yung boundaries. So, we are confined dito. If buy naman, I'll be taking a trade around this area. Okay, so that would be significant. So, the only thing I can do now is wait. Kaya nga. Okay, so ngayon, nakita nyo, very strong impulsive move. That means, wala na sa equation to. Kasi nag-settle na yung price, nag-close na siya above itong horizontal support. Okay? So ngayon, wala na sa isip mo na mag-sell for now. Kasi bakit? Wala na you are now not within the HPT zone visa rules. So it will not satisfy yung rule mo as a sell. So ngayon, ang opportunity natin is to is to buy. Okay? Provided at least makapunta siya dito sa level na yan. And show us some signs of bullish nature. Okay? Ngayon, ang nangyari dito, diba? Satisfy na yung first confluence, horizontal support, but again, at least 2 would do, diba? So, based sa system rules. Okay? Mas maganda if maging tatlo, then that would be a good spot. Okay? Not quite. So, imagine, kung makita nyo, no? Significant tong counter-trend resistance kasi nag-react siya. It showed a selling pressure candle. But again, that is not our aim kasi kung titignan nyo in terms of opportunity, diba? Yung range nito versus dito, diba? Lugi ka dito. Parang wala ka na masyadong kikitain dyan. So, it will mean na yung risk-reward ratio mo is low dito. Dito, at least reasonable or at least high or better risk-reward ratio. Kaya, again, discretion nyo pa rin. Kung gusto nyo i-trade doon ng sell, then okay lang. Otherwise, I will go to the original plan as a buy. Okay? If magtuloy-tuloy to, then may setup would satisfy dito naman. I will wait for the pullback to take that long trade. Okay? So again, we have plenty of options. Basta alam mo yung gusto mo mangyari. Right? Okay. Meron na tayong break of counter resistance. Would that mean na pwede na mag-trade? No. As a buyer, you always want to buy at a discount. So again, we wait for the pullback kasi yung platinum ng HPT zone nandito, di ba? Yun yung parang sweet spot natin for an opportunity. Okay? So again, every candle matters. Kaya kailangan naiintindihan nyo yung nangyari. So, kumita nyo, may momentum ng sellers. So that means, may sell-off around this area. Kasi, let's say, nag-react yan dito sa minor resistance, di ba? In this time frame. Okay? So for us, I don't want to take that risk. I know what I want when it comes to HPT zones. Okay? Okay, see? Kung nag-sell ka, biglang bawi, di ba? So that's why you have to know your candlestick well or simply yung price action. We need bullish confirmation candle, okay? Or buying pressure candle at least, di ba? Para satisfy. So nagko-consolidate siya ngayon. Natin na. Alright. So, for most people, okay, and based sa understanding, we can use this as a reference na meron tayong presence ng buyers, provided somewhat nagsasettle sila sa logical support na to. Okay? So, that's not mean na pwede na mag-buy. Okay? To make sure na, dominant na yung buyers, we have to check yung previous, bearish candle, di ba? And remember, yung ginagawa natin sa higher time frame, we can also apply this sa lower time frame. Naalala nyo yung previous candle highs and lows. Okay, ngayon, if talagang bullish to, I want to dominate sellers. So, ibig sabihin, at least makakita man lang ako ng dominance dito sa part na yan. Okay? Isang candle lang tumaas. Okay, mag-close lang siya above nito. Then, I would have a means para mag-buy or execute. But provided may HPT zone area is within this area naman. Okay? So, although nag-react na siya, I want some more confirmation. Ika nga. So, candlestick alone doesn't imply na okay na yon. We need follow-up momentum. So, ang last candlestick bearish mo ay ito. So, kailangan mong ma-dominate yung previous candle high na. So, ito yung is high, bearish. Okay? So, hindi pa. So, that means I cannot execute for now. I want more confirmation. Although it has a sign ng bullish kasi pareho ng buying pressure, meron ka pa rin conflict gawa nga nito. Alright? So, this is how we refine and understand yung small details sa candlestick. Yung knowledge ng price action would really matter kapag nasa execution na. Okay? Meaning, may presence pa ng sellers, may dominance. Kasi bakit? Okay, nag-close pa siya below nga nung okay, nitong last bullish candle. Okay? So, let's see. Okay? Diba? So, kung nag-buy pala ako, probably, I may have a losing trade if masyadong tight yung stop loss ko in this case. Diba? Kasi, normally, mag-refine tayo ng entry below ng 1 hour. It probably 5 or 15 minutes. Diba? So, ngayon, the reason, very important tong previous high ng last bearish candle prior tong buying pressure na to. Diba? Kasi, you need to justify na dominant na yung buyers. Otherwise, you're going to lose yung trade. Okay? Kaya, very important. You know your price action well. So, ngayon, dominant pa yung sellers. Okay, kahit na nasa HPT zone na yan, I want to see a buying pressure candle. Okay, so ngayon, natin, buying pressure na ba to? Yun, may body siya. So, which means, hindi siya doji, hindi siya indecision. So, meron na tayong buying pressure candle. Same rule. Kita nyo, previous high. I want to validate more. So, kailangan ko mabasag itong last bearish candle, previous high. So, isa or dalawang candle, whatever, anong gawin man niya, pwede pa siyang mag-consolidate dito. So, as long as nabasag niya yan, close candle above nito, then, I can refine the entry for execution na. Okay? Tingnan natin. Significant yung level na yun kasi pagdating natin sa mas mababang time frame, that would be significant level. Itong previous high na yan will serve as may logical support. Ika nga. Okay. So, wala pa. So, it means I have to wait. So, yun yung level of patience na kailangan yung maintindihan. Alright. So, now that we have broke through itong previous high nung last bearish candle, which is ito, that would mean na meron ng dominance ng buyers. So, that would give me a reason to execute saan? Sa mas mababang time frame na. Yun na yung refinement. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, I am now utilizing time frames not because trip ko lang. Ginagamit ko yan to see more details kasi pagbaba ko ng lower time frame, makikita natin yung relevance itong previous high. That would simply mean this is my broken resistance. That will act as my support. Diba? So, punta tayo ng 15 minutes for refinement. Okay, so ngayon, diba, nagkaroon na siya ng structure. And, titignan natin, refinement-wise, diba, do we have level of break? So, let's say, may mga significant level of break tayo dito. Okay, or here. Diba? So, nakita nyo, based sa rules, mag-align pa rin yung rules or system ko. Diba? So, ngayon, going back, okay, just to make it clear, no? Kung titigin siya sa 1 hour, diba, is a strong momentum up. Diba? Plus, now, it can act as what? Diba? As may anchored point for trend line support. Kasi nga, naging relevant na yung buying pressure candle mo tong maliit. So, pwede mo nang gamitin yon as your what? Point for diba? Significant level based rules. So, ngayon, tumbok na tumbok yung HPT zone natin. We are above horizontal support. We are above counter-trend resistance. And we are above trend support. So, which means, it satisfies yung ating TFP warrior system by rules. So, balik tayo sa entry na, no? Sa 15 minutes. So, usually, pag ganito ang diskarte, diba? Nakita nyo, it also did satisfy yung refinement rule natin na we are above what? Ba? Horizontal support. Ba? Nakita nyo? What I'm doing sa higher time frame is yun din yung ginagawa sa lower time frame pagdating sa entry. So, I am now above horizontal support. Yan yung previous high nung last bearish candle sa 1 hour. Okay? And I am above counter trend line resistance. So, nakita nyo lalabas. My HPT entry would be here. So, ngayon, i-refine ko na yung entry using this level. Okay? Anywhere in this level, pwede na. Kasi bakit? Yung last swing low mo naman is around here. So, you can extend naman yung time, yung inyong stop loss. Okay? So, ito yung magiging entry natin. Gawin ko na lang blue para may pagkakaiba. No? So, yan. This area would be a good spot. Diba? So, kung titignan ko, since meron akong horizontal support, probably I can set a buy limit. Since 15 minutes, you have more time to react. And buy limit, usually, sineset talaga yan below ng ano. Diba? Below ng. So, you can place your stop loss here, or you want to be more safe, kaya na account nyo dito. So, usually, saan man magiging target mo? Diba? Naalala nyo 1 hour level. Nakita nyo, I have plenty of space. Diba? I can extend more up until here, diba? Pero risk-reward ratio-wise, diba? Or target-wise, pwede dito. Or I can even extend more kasi may friction dito eh. Diba? Yung 4 hour. So, yung 4 hour mong counter-trend resistance. So, that would be significant. Pwede kasing mag-pull back dyan yung market. And market can go against me or this and that. So, otherwise, anyways, I can still check naman yan along the way or mag-monitor tayo. So, normally, I use limit order para mas maging beneficial yung ating pasok sa market. Again, stop loss just below few pips. Ito. So, that would provide me a 1:4 setup. And that provided me a 1:4 trade. Okay, so, this was a trade na made very meticulous pero logical. Okay, so for some people, hindi kayang level na masyadong scale down or multi-time frame analysis approach. Diba? Gusto lang nila, sige, pwede na yan. Mahirap yung pwede na yan. Take note, yung ginagawa din trading is honing your skills para mas maging good risk manager ka. Kasi our approach is low risk, high reward approach, diba? So, again, since may buy limit na tayo dito, meaning naka-set na yan in advance sa MT5 natin or MT4, we just wait for the trigger. Kung balikan niya ng market o hindi, again, we have plenty of room para mag-adjust, diba? So, hopefully, mag-pullback yan and ma-trigger yung ating ano. So, I know for sure kasi this was a trade of mine. Okay, so, yun natin. Okay, so, immediately, market, diba? Nagkaroon tayo ng trigger dito sa area na to. So, meaning, na-trigger yan ng ating broker around this level. Ayan, sa level na to. Imagine, mag-react at mag-react talaga yan sa previous high kasi that was significant sa bearish nature noon. Okay? So, hintayin na lang natin ang nangyari. Right? So, agad-agad, since short term kasi to, nagkaroon ng strong momentum up considering na satisfy yung mga rules natin based sa TFP Warrior. Alright. So, nakapag-TP ako noon in a matter of what? Saglit lang, di ba? So, again, lalabas, although naka 15 minutes tayo, lalabas day trade setup to. Okay? So, kasi, my entry was in 15. I can still refine sa 5 minutes, but in this case, enough na sa akin yung 15 kasi kaya naman account ko yung level of range ng risk. So, you see, this was a 1:4 risk to reward ratio. Okay? Nothing really special sa ginawa ko, di ba? I just followed yung system rules and I was very patient na na makuha ko yung dapat kong makuha in terms of what? Satisfying yung system rules. So, imagine, coming from a bigger scale ng time frame, we managed to get or caught a short-term setup simply just following yung system rules and using multi-time frame analysis, top-down analysis approach. Okay? So, you see, hindi excuse na kailangan matuto kayo agad ng advance para kumita decently. This is a basic approach. Wala akong kakaibang ginawa. Wala akong ginamit na kahit anong indicators. Okay? Wala kayong nakitang RSI dyan. Kung ano namang moving averages or Bollinger Bands. Ano pa? Other tools such as Fibonacci retracement. Wala. Okay? I just use plain logic and price action skill. Kasi if you cannot interpret a candlestick alone, then you didn't really do well your homework pagdating sa basics. Okay? So, I hope naintindihan to, guys. So, this is how you utilize a high-level multi-time frame analysis. Okay? Multi-time frame analysis. Top-down approach. Then, alright? So, I hope may nakuha na naman kayong value from this past trade. And that would explain na no excuse, okay? Multi-time frame analysis is really the answer for you to have a low risk, high reward approach. Okay? So again, thank you so much to all my TFP, VIP champion students all over the globe, subscribers, followers, and sa lahat po ng sumusuporta. So God bless and see you all on the next videos. Bye-bye. Alright guys, so I just want to inform and announce that our TFE VIP Champion Student private Discord community is already up. And yeah, here we have several channels wherein we share our technical trading ideas among each other. And of course, we also have our weekly trade ideas para sa ating mga weekly forecast para sa mga currency pairs and some announcement section. And of course, since tayo ay global, of course, we have other students as well na galing sa mga ibang bansa overseas. So, we introduce ourselves and introduce kung saan tayo galing, sa bansa tayo ngayon, OFW man o hindi. But nevertheless, this is a healthy community para mag-share ng mga trading ideas para sa inyo guys. And hopefully, I will be putting up a server publicly para sa mga baguhan naman and those mga followers and subscribers natin. Alright? So, yeah, this is just a minor announcement and hopefully guys, you can join us and make this community grow lalo na sa ating mga estudyante nag-aaral. Alright guys, so mga baguhan pa lang. But nevertheless, everyone here wants to learn, wants to make profits from the market. But as much as possible, we're all equal in the eyes of the market. Alright guys, so that would be it. So yun lang and thank you very much. Alright, bye-bye.